The cannons of the pirate ship ready to fire in the north end zone. You can only be one place. Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa, the home of the Buccaneers. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the New Orleans Saints and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. On the sideline, there's a look at the head coach of the Saints. His guys were winners a week ago, but the victories have been few and far between this season. His counterpart on the Buck sideline is Todd Bowles. His team looking for a spark, hoping their fans will give it to them here at home as we are set to go. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, set to get this one started. Off we go from Raymond James Stadium. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So the Buccaneers come out, and Baker Mayfield leads them. He has found a spot to be very comfortable. The former #1 overall pick out of Oklahoma, who turned 30 in the offseason and has done a nice job with the Buccaneers the last few years. Short throw there. Pulled in by Evans. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a game.
It's a gain of 8.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 2.
35-yard line.
They run with the argument. It's Bucky over. And he'll get about a foot on that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is. First down. Here's carry number 1 for Rashad White. What more could you ask for on first down? Nice run of 8. Set the second shift.
48-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Baker gonna give it to Irvin. And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a first down.
A gain of 3 yards. That's good for a first down.
From the gun, it's Mayfield. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
On the bootleg, it's Mayfield. That's caught. It's Bucky Irvin. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. And it looks like he's got enough for the first down. Let's wait for the mark. Yes, that run, that's enough to move the chains.
That's another Buccaneers first down.
On play action, Mayfield. Off balance throw. It's complete. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. From the 31, here's 2nd and a couple. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down.
3rd down and 2.
To throw is Mayfield. He's got a man. That's the tight end, Hutton. A gain there of 16 yards. Good for a Buccaneers first down.
First and 10 at the 15.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield.
He's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down. Carl Granderson. Keeping the motor going. He runs them down. It's a loss of 5. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Baker to throw. There's a reception for Chris Godwin. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable third down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Saint on the play. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. A lengthy opening drive. Now comes to this. It is third down. Now Mayfield to the goal line and in. Touchdown Buccaneers. His fourth TD run of the season. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Next to score, Buccaneers 7, Saints nothing.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll pick this one away. On the return, it's Rashid Shaheed. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. So the Saints ready to go to work on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by a fifth-round selection out of the 2024 draft. From South Carolina, by way of Oklahoma, it's Spencer Rattler.
Well, I don't think that stat line last week had him up for any sort of awards. If I had to guess, he'd much rather have a modest game and win as opposed to throwing for a bunch of touchdowns in a loss. The biggest thing that he did, Mike, he took care of the ball. So as long as he continues to do that,
He's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him.
the best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Work to do following the sack. It is third and long. Shotgun snap here for Rattler. Oh, got him again the second time with a sack on his opening drive. The veteran Jordan Poyer up from his safety spot, and he gets the sack.
What did this defensive play caller tell us all week, Mike? They wanted to come out and set the tone of this game, dictate the terms of how this game would be played. And man, through the first drive here, boy, have they ever.
This returnable with Palmer. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. That's where the offense will take over. That's Ibuka in motion. Off the play fake. It's Mayfield. Open man downfield. That's Godwin. And he won't go all the way. Chris Godwin. That's his 8th touchdown of the season.
On one sideline, you're ecstatic. You couldn't have dreamed of a better start. 2 drives, 2 long touchdowns. But then across the field, they've got to answer some hard questions. They've got to figure out exactly what they're doing wrong defensively. Because if there's one thing in the NFL, you cannot give up big plays, and you especially can't give up big plays for touchdowns.
Makes the score. Buccaneers 14, Saints nothing.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Saints offense and veteran Alvin Kamara set to take over once more. And they'd love to find different ways to get him to football. Look there. He comes into this week second in the NFL in receiving yards out of the backfield. And they'll bring him down around the 27-yard line. Levante David doing his work on defense. Second down, they need 7.
Brings up second and 7.
Here's Akers. And knock him down just shy of the 40. A gain of 11 on that one. First down, New Orleans.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Play fake, and now it's Rattler. His first throw of the game is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the The safety, Mickey Smith. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the third or fourth read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jump that route, challenge the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
Here's the Tampa Bay offense. They're going to take over once more. They start with the lead and the football. They do so with tremendous field position. It's 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Irving. And he's going to struggle to get back to the line. Maybe a yard. Davis there on the play.
2 yards
On the 27. Here's 2nd and 8.
The 27-yard line.
He'll go again here. Here's Irving. And he's going to be followed up quickly after a game of about 1. Pete Buccaners there to make the check.
Brings up
3rd and 7.
7.
They send Evans in motion. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield. They try to run for it. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10.
16-yard line.
To throw is Mayfield. They look underneath here for Irving. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Number 7, Bucky Irving. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
2nd down throw from Mayfield. He pulls it in around the 5. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team. We'll swing this out wide to Irving. And he scores! Bucky Irving. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. And make it 3 in the 1st. He has thrown 3 first-quarter touchdowns. An incredible start to this one.
It really is incredible, Mike, and I'm not sure really what word there is better to describe it. This is just truly a special performance we're seeing today. I'll tell you what, I'm excited what the next 3 quarters have in store.
Makes the score Buccaneers 21, Saints nothing. Chase McLaughlin.
There's McLaughlin now after the score. He'll kick this one away. Safe kick taken at the 5. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The Saints offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. This unit hasn't been at their best early on. Punt followed by an interception on their first 2 drives. They'll run here with Akers. He looks forward for maybe a yard. Anthony Walker there to make the tackle. From the 24 now, here is 2nd down and 9. Akers. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 yards on that one. It's good for a Saints 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
A play fake. No throw with Rattler. And he's brought down for a gain of 6 on 1st down.
A 6-yard pickup.
The throw on 2nd down is Rattler. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9. With that, I want to give you a look here at the receiving numbers for him from the game a week ago.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll go play action here with Rattler. They'll go over the flash, and he lost the football. And fortunately, Saint was able to get on it quick. So they're going to keep the ball.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
They'll set up the screen here to Akers. Well, that helps to be a much more manageable third down, getting some good yardage on that second down play.
17 yards on the play.
Out of the shotgun, it's Rattler. He's got his man. It's Hill. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line.
Saints, first down.
On the ground, it's Akers. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a clip along the play. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, Rattler. A pass, caught by the veteran. It's Brandon Brooks. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So they'll talk over what to do on this third down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. The Bucs have the early lead. We'll have more from Tampa after this. It's the Saints with the football here as quarter 2 begins. They've moved the ball well here, but now face 3rd and 2 as we are ready to get back underway. And he's in! Akers! Touchdown Saints! His 2nd rushing touchdown of the year. Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg. Could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here at the break.
Before he gets out on defense, here is Justin Reed to kick this one away. On the return is Trey Palmer. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Baker Mayfield and the Bucs ready to get back to work. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. Spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Chase Young on the tackle. A loss of a yard.
On second down, Baker. Get this complete right side to Otten. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. From the gun, it's Mayfield. Over the middle and take it in. He's got it. That's his 3rd catch for this first half, and he's looking up for a first down.
That's good. We're on first down. First and 10 at the 40.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these third downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force third down, they're going to get off the field. I think he knew in the back of his head, like, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
Here, this is Irvin. They need 8 as they come up for third down. Mayfield to throw. That's caught. It's Evans. Gain of 13 for number 13. And a first down. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Throwing is Baker. Now, screen set up for Irvin. That one way too slow developing. They rally to the ball, they get the man, and it's no gain.
Second and 10 at the 30.
Throwing on second down, Mayfield. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion.
Third and 6.
Out of the shotgun. Mayfield. A pass pulled in by Irving. That's 2 carries on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a first down.
That's another Buccaneers first down. First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Mayfield. They'll look to set up the screen here. And they continue to be tough to stop. Chance to extend the lead even further as they are set up with first and goal.
That's another Buccaneers.
This one off the floor. And he'll take it on in. Buccaneers. Second touchdown of the game. Season total now up to 5. Good on the extra point. And the Buccaneers add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead.
Chase McLaughlin.
Here's McLaughlin now at the score. He'll kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll work this one past the 25, started to the 28-yard line. The Saints offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. Rattler now back to throw. He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. 19 yards right away to kick off this drive.
First down. A gain of 19 yards.
A fake to Kamara, and now Rattler.
The pass. He's brought down back at the 40-yard line.
Working out of the gun, here's Rattler. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of spark.
He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's fourth down.
They came up a little bit short there on third down, but I think the reality is, Mike, they've been in 4-down territory for a while now. You find yourself down multiple scores. You cannot afford to waste any of these possessions.
And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. Baker Mayfield and the Bucs ready to get back to work. He's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. He looks to add to them with another drive here. They'll start this on the ground. And here's White. And they'll stretch him out to the sideline, but he'll be taken down for a loss.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose your first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
Third down and the 11.
They send Evans in motion. From the gun on third down, it's Mayfield. That's going to be caught. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a point to the punt team. It's fourth down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
To return, it's Shaheed. And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield. Now out comes the New Orleans offense. They're ready to take over once again. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this one. First down now. The attack is going to be made down at the 40-yard line. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
A gain of 12. First down, Saints.
Running is Akers. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
That's into the hands of Akers. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
A gain of 15 yards.
A pickup of 15 in the air. First down, New Orleans.
A gain of 15. First down, New Orleans.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller, him and the quarterback, seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes. There is a lot of room to operate.
That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Saints, first down.
They'll stay on the ground, and he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down.
So the offense trots out the old jumbo package. So they bring out 3 tight ends, big bodies. But the defense kind of sees it coming. They've got to change it up. You can't be so predictable. Big bodies run, small bodies pass. And I think that's a little bit of what's going on.
They did a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard. Sets up third down. Operating from the gun, it's Rattler. That is caught, and he's in. Brandon Cooks, touchdown, New Orleans.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
He is good. Makes the score. Buccaneers 48, Saints 14.
Before we get down on defense, here is Justin Reed to kick this one away. Palmer now to return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense and their running back, Bucky Irving, ready to hit the field again. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense will need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. Off the play fake, it's Mayfield. Down the field, it's Evans. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
It's a gain of 18. And a first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard
Play
line.
action, Mayfield. That's caught left side by Otten. And he'll wind up getting about 7 yards as he is forced out of bounds.
Out of bounds across midfield at the 48.
On second down, a run with Irving. And he would take this one forward for about 3, and that's a first down.
And the offensive line does a really nice job of winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find the crease and hit it. And he's able to pick up the first down.
Open man downfield, that's Godwin. And the loses ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. A gain there of 27 yards.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. Greg and I back from Tampa after a timeout. So, here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now, Mayfield. He'll try to set up the screen here. And he'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. It is 2nd and 6. To throw is Mayfield. Knocked away in the end zone, incomplete. What a good job locating the football by the defense where it matters most. And it'll bring up 3rd down. The Saints have got it. What a big play from the defense. The long fumble return. It sets up 1st and goal and gives the offense terrific field position.
And the only thing that play was missing, Mike, was the defense being able to return it all the way for a touchdown. So give credit to the offense, being able to hustle, getting back there and tracking that guy down. At least it gives his defense now a chance to keep them out of the end zone.
The Saints offense and Spencer Rattler set to take over once more. And now, following the fumble return, what a place to start. It is 1st and goal. Akers covers over the top and into the end zone. Touchdown. That is a dream scenario. The offense handed the ball 1st and goal, and Greg, they take it to the end zone for 6.
They're not going to have many easier drives than that, Mike. I mean, to get the ball not only on a short field, but in a goal-to-go situation, you don't get a lot of those chances. You have to cash them in, and that's exactly what they were able to do.
Makes the score Buccaneers 28, Saints 21.
Before we get down on defense, here is Justin Reed to kick this one away. Palmer now to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Baker Mayfield and the Bucs ready to get back to work. And you get a look at the numbers, they don't even tell the whole story. This has been a tremendous performance to this point. On 1st down is Mayfield. Left side, he's got a Bucca. Now the Bucs will take their 1st time out, and they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go until halftime.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here comes 2nd and 4.
33-yard line.
Now Mayfield. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And they're whistling down, but not before it gets up the 1st down. And a gain of 7.
It's a gain of 8. Complete to Bucky Irving.
From the gun, it's Mayfield. Left side to Godwin. Timeout here, Tampa Bay. That is their 2nd. Clock will stop just under 30 seconds to go in this 2nd quarter. 2nd and 7. Mayfield to throw. They go right back to Godwin. He's got it again. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9. The Buccaneers forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop at 21 seconds to go until halftime. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Mayfield. He takes off. And nice work there. Go into a slide and gain about 7. So, halftime straight ahead. And we send it over to Scott Hansen, who has the EA Sports halftime
Our
report.
trip around the league starts now. It begins up in Baltimore. The Ravens at home to take on the Steelers in a physical matchup in the AFC North. All right, Mike, thanks very much. The calendar now reads December. The holiday season is upon us, and the playoff picture starting to take shape. Let's get into it. And it's the NFL's all-pro quarterback 2 years running, Lamar Jackson. A touchdown pass from 15 yards away. Next up, Duval County, Jacksonville, Florida. Let's check in on the Jaguars as they host the Indianapolis Colts. And here's Khalil Herbert. He's going to bull his way in from a couple yards away. The Colts with a 2-touchdown lead, 17-3 the score. Lastly, let's go to Atlanta. It's the Falcons hosting the Seattle Seahawks. And it's the second-year quarterback, Michael Penix. One of 2 touchdown passes for him in this first half. This one's at halftime now, and it's the Falcons lead it by a touchdown at the half. With that, we take a look at the rest of the action going on around the NFL here in Week 14. Meanwhile, in our game, both teams have been able to move the ball effectively. It might be a question of which defense can make a stand in the second half. As we send you back out to the broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. He's across the 20, taking down just shy of the 25. The Saints offense. Alvin Kamara set to take over once more. And he has been a tough guy to contain all season long, as reflected in those numbers that you see there. That one just too far. In front, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Brandon Cooks with that pass. And that will lead to a second down. Out of the shotgun, it's Rattler. He'll look middle here. It's caught by Hill. And mark him down just shy of the 40. 15-yard pickup there. It's good for a Saints first down. The 39-yard line.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this has got to take advantage.
Pressure gets there, and down he goes. Anthony Walker. He gets in for the sack. It took a while. That is his first on the year.
Like, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a run.
Bill Burrows right forward for a couple. Levante David doing his work on defense. It is third and long.
Third down and 13.
Out of the gun, Rattler in trouble, and down he goes.
And it just has to be demoralizing for this offense. I guarantee you, one of the first things they talked about during the break was slowing down the pass rush. So, needless to say, that's not what they want to see.
The Saints lining up in punt formation. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. Baker Mayfield and the Bucs ready to get back to work. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they'll try to keep it going. Over the middle and caught by Buccaners. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. It's in his catch number 60 for the season.
First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On first and 10, here's Baker. A short run there to Otten. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
Baker going to hand it to White. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. They'll look to pick this up. Third and a yard.
No gain on the play. Brings up third and 1.
Here's Irvin. And he's going to have up Bucks first down. At least it appears that way. Got it by maybe the length of the football.
That's good. We're up first down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
They go play action with Mayfield. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on the early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the third sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Second down throw from Mayfield. That one is caught by Ibuka. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Saint on the play. Athletic training staff looking at him, so will step aside. Third down, it's Irvin. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got first and goal coming up.
A gain of 19 yards. That's another Buccaneers first down. First and goal.
Irvin. He'll get forward for a couple. It's second down.
Brought down just shy of the goal line. A gain of 3. Brings up second and goal.
Tight end motioning left. They'll try to run this one in. And he will dive into the end zone. Irvin. Touchdown, Tampa. That's his second touchdown this one. And he's got a half dozen for the year.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and it's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Here's the block from now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. A return now from the 4. Now an opening past the 30. Very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The Saints offense and their running back set to go once more. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. To the left side, in the hands of Hill. And they will finally catch up to him and get him down.
It's a gain of 35. And the Saints first down.
To the ground, a first down run. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down.
At the 21-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second and 7.
Working out of the gun, here's Rattler. Now he'll run. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a first down.
14 yards.
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Now, this looks like a design run. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's second and goal.
Clearly trying to catch the defense by surprise, Mike. If the draw works, it's a touchdown. But being down here in the red zone, this is a tough spot on the field to get away with running that draw.
This one on the floor. And the defense trying to tighten down here. They're going to hold him to a gain of 3. That's going to set up third and goal. Operating from the gun, it's under pressure, and down he goes. They've got us back at the 10. Lavonte David. He gets into drop him, and it's going to set up fourth and goal. Here comes Blake Groupie for this field goal try. This about as short as you can get. Groupie's kick is good. And the Saints are able to put up 3 and cut into the lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. Baker Mayfield and the Bucs ready to get back to work. From 25, they'll go to work. First and 10. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. Short throw there, pulled in by Evans. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and
Baker gonna give it to Evans. And he's gonna fight forward. Didn't get a whole lot. To move the chains.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, and pick up the first down.
And he slips through an opening. Winds up getting about 8 at his pass, the 40-yard line. Going to stop this here for injury. One of the Buccaneers is down. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Baker gonna fire complete here to McMillan. And he'll be marked down to the 45-yard line.
A gain of 12 yards. Complete to
Off the play fake. It's Mayfield. Should throw there, but he's not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
It leads to second and 10.
On play action, Mayfield. That's going to be incomplete. Very good catch. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down.
Brings up third down and 10.
Throwing is Baker. He'll try and get there on the ground. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the first down.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another first down. The handoff is Irvin. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Here's second and 6.
Second and 6.
Mayfield. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's into the end zone. It's his third touchdown continues to remain on fire. That is a rare NFL day. Touchdown pass is thrown.
And Mike, at this point, the defense just looks completely lost out there. I mean, they have no answers whatsoever, giving up the 5th touchdown pass of this ball.
Going to stop this here for injury. One of the Buccaneers is down. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Here's McLaughlin now after the score. He'll kick this one away. The return starts from the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Saints offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Shotgun snap here for Rattler. This one on target to Olave. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Off the play fake, it's Rattler. He'll step up and run, and he'll get this up close to a 1st down, looking it to the 33-yard line.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line.
They'll run the sneak. He's going to have the Saints 1st down. At least it appears that way. Didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
When you come across on a jet sweep, Mike, you're hoping once you get the ball, all you see is green grass and open space. Well, in this case, he had a lot of unhappy defenders waiting for him, and they're able to put him down behind the line.
To throw on 2nd down on his rifle.
Spencer Rattler sacked. Almost at 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
So, no shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So, backed up out of the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Rattler. Cook's able to pull that one in. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the 1st down. The offense not coming off the field, and here's 4th down. They'll indeed go. It's Rattler. That's taken in, and he is going to have a Saints 1st down. It's a gain of 12 on 4th down.
That's good for the Saints. 1st down.
Rattler going to throw. This throw outside is caught by him. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Buccaneers' 43-yard line.
Again, it is Rattler. That's into the hands of the veteran Cooks. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a 1st down.
Saints, 1st down. A gain of 4 yards. 1st down, Saints.
They'll try to throw it again. Here's Rattler. He'll look middle here, and there's Olave. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
15 yards.
His 2nd catch of the drive. This one good for 15 and a 1st down.
10 at the 24-yard line.
Rattler to throw it again. And he's going to go down yet again. He is under fire all game long. Giambi in there to drop the next time. It's a loss of 7. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Throwing is Rattler. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And he'll get about 8 yards as he's ushered out of bounds. It'll set up third down.
It's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and 9.
Out of the gun, Rattler. That is crossed. What a throw. Chris Olave. Touchdown, Saints. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Rookie able to add the extra point. And the Saints are able to edge a bit closer.
Saints 31.
Before he gets out on defense, here is Justin Reed to kick this one away. Palmer now to return. He'll get across the 20, mark him down to 23-yard line. Baker Mayfield and the Bucs ready to get back to work. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
That's over the middle of tight end Otten. They'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. We don't want to risk an incompletion. They convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball.
Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
2nd and 6.
They'll run it. It's Irvin. And he will not be quite able to stretch the ball out. They're going to mark him down after that huge run all the way to the 1. Here's a chance to put this game away. 1st down and goal. Here's a run. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
Just shy of the goal line. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll go with him again. And he's got another one. Irving. Touchdown, Tampa. 3 touchdowns in this one. He now has 7 for the year. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's going to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
McLaughlin put it on the extra point, and the Buccaneers will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Here's McLaughlin now after the score. He'll kick this one away. Here comes the all-pro returner from last year, Rashid Shaheed. They finally get him down to the edge all the way up close to the 40-yard line. Now, out comes the New Orleans offense. They're ready to take over once again. Things not looking good. But see if we get the turnaround going here. We'll start this drive with 1st down. Working out of the gun, here's Rattler. This pass right side, taken in by Cook. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's Rockingham on 2nd down. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Yaya Giambi. He gets in to register his squad's 10th sack of this one.
Sometimes in the NFL, you have to be careful what you ask for. This offensive line, they were very clear to us this week. They wanted to take on this group. They loved the ability to be challenged. Well, they might have poked the bear a little bit too much because they've now surrendered a whopping 10 sacks in a single game. And I don't think there's been any signs of this pass rush slowing down.
That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
That is incomplete. He couldn't get the connection on 4th. He's going to get the ball over on down.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They'll motion a tight end right. Thrown quickly, taken in by Godwin. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
A gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and
They send Godwin in motion. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And that one shut down pretty quickly. You'll get back to one scrimmage. That's it. It's going to be 3rd. They need 1.
3rd and 1.
They'll try to sneak it here. And he's got it. Buccaneers 1st down. Able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And a 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
It's Otten in motion. On 1st down, here's Irvin. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 16-yard line.
Right back to Irvin. And the left first ball is down inside the 10-yard line.
It's a gain of 8. That's good for a 1st down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
We'll go again here with Irvin. And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss. And it's 2nd down.
Behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 10-yard line.
This is Irvin. And this defense trying to stiff it. He gets back to the line, and that is it. 3rd and goal coming up.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
McMillan, the man in motion. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield. This one is pulled in. Are the feet in bounds? Yes. Chris Godwin. Touchdown, Buccaneers. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. So add another touchdown and touchdown pass for that matter. He has thrown 6 already in this one. Amazing stuff. So Brooklyn now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bucs are going to extend their lead.
Buccaneers 56, Saints 31.
Here's McLaughlin now after the score. He'll kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. Oh, he's got room past the 30. A very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The Saints offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. On first down, it's Rattler. The right side to Olave. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. On the ground, it's Akers. And he's going to get him a first down here. Across midfield and down to the 45.
A 7-yard gain.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half.
First and
Greg
10
and I
at
back
the
on
45-yard
EA
line.
Sports after this. Set to go now on first and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Rattler. That's to his tight end, Jawan Johnson. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
A gain of 10 yards.
So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. Operating from the gun, it's Rattler. Open is Taysom Hill. And he's close to another first down. He's brought down just shy of the marker.
Yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Back to Hill. He's got it again. And they'll pick up the first down. A gain of about 4.
5-yard gain on the play.
To the air again. Rattler. Catch is made there on the left side by Cooks. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pick up of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Saints going to use their second timeout. And it comes with 15 seconds to play in the game.
3rd and long.
On third down, it's Rattler. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another shot. New Orleans, 3rd and final timeout. And they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ballgame. Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And he's not going to get away. Right down into the catch. Great rally to the ball to force a turnover on down. Victory formation, defense powerless to stop. And that should just about do it. So a win here for the Buccaneers. And it is a season sweep for them. They defeat their division rivals for the 2nd time this year. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Buccaneers get the win. As we say, so long from Tampa.